In this video, we're going to take a look at the JVR Industries Pulse 12 sealer. This is something that we haven't tested before, so today is going to be the day that we put it to the test. And we're going to play a fun little game called Will It Seal? The question is, can we seal everything that we have in our cupboard and more? So stick with us. This is going to be a fun one. Let's see what's in the box. If we get this thing opened up, right off the bat, it looks like we have a fuse or two, as well as a couple more sealing bars and the sealing bar tape that goes on top. I like that there's parts that come with it for the accessories. This is something you'd have to buy later if you ever need it. I like that it comes in the box. That's pretty cool. There's also a manual, and I've got to admit, this manual is pretty short, which probably is appropriate for this, considering that it is not more than a clamshell sealer. So let's see what's in the actual sealer itself. And here is the Pulse 12. We have the Pulse 12 unboxed. We went ahead and plugged it in here in the outdoor kitchen. I'm going to show you a couple different things. First, when you press this down and you go all the way to what looks like it's closed, it's not fully closed. There is a secondary push that you put in to activate the heating element on this one. So that's closed, but this is what engages the heating element. Now, the question that I had when I first started with this is, how do I know how long you actually apply the heat to with any size bag? And there's really no guide for it, because you have to just kind of trial and error your way through. So we're going to show you a little bit of what that looks like with some trial and error here on our part, trying some different size bags. But let me first show you how you control how long this element is heating. That's with the dwell knob. So right here on the end of the unit, you can see there's a knob that says dwell, and that dwell is seconds. So do you want the heat applied for 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes all the way up to 8 seconds. Now, obviously, the thicker the bag you're trying to seal, the longer you want that dwell time to be on. It says that most bags can seal between 2 and 4 seconds, but it also says in the manual that you need to keep this applied for an additional 3 seconds after your dwell time is up. So say you're going to put 2 seconds of dwell time on, you put it down for 2 seconds, 1001, 1002, the light goes off, and you keep it held down for an additional 3 seconds to make sure that seal has set. So that's the way that it says to operate this, but there's nothing like giving it a shot. So let's get some bags out, give this thing a try. We're going to run a bunch of different tests here. Let's start with me rating my daughter's baking supplies for some chocolate chips. I'm going to go ahead and snip off the top of this thing, and then we're going to reseal it and see if it will work on a bag like this. All right, so there we are, completely open. I'm going to go ahead and apply this here. I have set it to between 2 and 3 seconds. Let's go ahead and put this down and see how it does. Here we go. It looks to have sealed. Let's see, does it pour out in my hand? Nope. Yeah, it looks like we've got a nice seal all the way across that. Even with that little flap that we have, it's still got a nice seal underneath. So yeah, that worked out on chocolate chips. Let's try some cheese curls. As you can see, there are hardly any cheese curls left in this bag. What we would traditionally do is cut off the bag, not leave all this extra bag on here, and then we would probably seal it up with clothespins or some kind of a clip. Let's see what would happen if we stick this in the sealer. Will it seal our corn chips? Or what are these things called? Cheese curls. Cheese curls. Let's see if it will just seal our cheese curls. Here we go. All right, there is our seal, and that looks great. I could throw this in kids' lunches now without needing any other kind of a bag. That's great. I like that. So sealing that works wonderfully. This bag is some scoops, and this is more of a metallic or aluminum or some kind of a metallic bag. As you can see, our standard go-to clothespins. Let's see if we can do this with our sealer and get a halfway decent seal and get these airtight, as opposed to our less than desirable solution we've been using. And we're learning here, but on the last one, I cut it too short. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and seal it first, and then I'll cut off what I don't end up needing. Let's try it that way. All right, here we go. All right, let's check our seal. Did we seal it? I think the answer is yes. And now I can just cut off the part that I didn't need on the top. There's my neatly sealed bag of scoops. Nice. That works for me. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but this is another bag we found inside. This is just your standard zip top bag. I want to go ahead and put some water in this and see if I can seal 2 different water compartments in one of these bags. No clue if it's going to work. Let's find out. Here in the outdoor kitchen sink, just throw some water in there. Go ahead and zip the top of the zip top bag. Get the extra air out. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to split the water between the halves like that. So there's water on each half. Let's see what happens. And I went ahead and turned this to just 2. Let's see if we melt all the way through and create a mess or if it seals. Here we go. What happened? It looks like it worked. It looks like we have 2 water compartment seals in the bag. That is cool. I don't know what application you would need that for, but that's kind of cool. I didn't know that I could actually seal a little zip top bag. I guess if you want to make your snack bags out of your regular bags or something, but that's kind of cool. Now I want to try a standard chamber pouch bag or something that you'd find for a vacuum sealer. This is a standard bag. It has an opening on one side, and we don't really have anything to put in it, but since we don't need these anymore, I guess we'll just store these away and see if we can seal them in our bag. I went ahead and set the dwell time to 3 seconds on this one. Let's see what happens with our standard chamber pouch bag. Looks like we have a great seal. I don't see any imperfections in the seal at all. Yeah, that's good to go. That's definite, but that works. If you follow the channel for any amount of time now, you know that we have our own seasonings and rubs available. So we've got our salt, pepper, garlic called the Essential Equation, our pork rub that's called the Pork Protocol. We have our spicy chicken and our regular chicken called the feathered formula or hot feathered formula. We've been hearing from quite a few of you that you'd like to try these before you actually buy an entire bottle, or we're even hearing from others that are saying we'd like refills available. So why don't we try these black Mylar bags? This is a 1 ounce sample pack. I can get 1 ounce of spices in here. We need to seal it with a sealer just like this. So let's try it and see how it does with this kind of a bag. I'm gonna set this to 2, put it right here on the sealer. Looking across the top, it looks like it's sealed. Let's open up the very top and see if we get a seal on this. Yep, we did. There is a seal before the zip top seal. So we now have sealed 1 ounce packages for samples or tasters of our barbecue rub. We're going to figure out how to make these available on our website. So by the time this video goes live, we'll have 1 ounce sample packages of our spice blends available on the website. And here's the deal. I'll give this to you. I'm not going to charge you for the actual rub itself. If you can just help me cover the shipping, I'll get these out to you. You can try 1 of each flavor if you want, or you can try just 1 individual flavor. We'll probably send them out in bubble mailers, but give these a try. If you've been on the fence, you're not sure that you want to go ahead and dedicate 30 or 40 bucks to spices, I'll let you try it for free. I know some of you have also been asking, you want to be able to do refills, and I can get an 8 ounce refill in a bag just like this. So we've tried sealing the 1 ounce. Let's go ahead and try sealing the 8 ounce with this Pulse, see how it does. There we go. Looks like we've got a seal across the top. Let's check it. Come on there. Yep. All right, we're sealed across the top of that one as well. So 8 ounce packages. I'll make a couple of these available on the website. If you want to just do refills, you can get you 8 ounces in a bag just like this. For those of you who are looking to do a larger barbecue event or you want this in bulk, I can create 2.5 pound bags that look just like this of any of our 3 spices. If this is something you're interested in and you want to do maybe a bigger cookout, you're cooking for church, you're cooking for the backyard, and you need more than just a bottle or 2, this is a 2.5 pound bag. The sealer should be able to tackle this as well. And there you have it, sealed across the top, just confirming, let's see. Yep, we have a seal before the actual zip top seal. So that works as well. I can go ahead and send out 2.5 pound bags of our seasoning for bulk cooks or larger cooks. If that's something you're interested in, head on over to shop.thebarbecuelab.com and you can find the sample, the refill, or the bulk bag available on our website. These are the first few ways that we've thought of to use this sealer, but I want to pass a question off to you. How would you use the sealer if you had it at home? Do you have use for something like this? Or is this just commercial and just those who have businesses like ours who need it? I know that for us, we're going to put this to use, but how about you? Let us know down in the comments below. If there's something you wanted to see us test and we did not test it, let us know in the comments down below as well, because we're happy to put this thing through more testing as we use it here at the lab. We want to know how you want to use it as well. So help us help you. We'll do the test that you want to see. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab. If you want to find out more about this, check out the links down in the description below. JVR has been a great company to work with over the years. This isn't a sponsored video. They just said, we have this new thing. Do you want to try it out? So we're trying it out. So if you want to support that company or support us, we'll earn a small commission if you make a purchase, but that's the only way we get paid for this video. I'm David. Behind the camera, standing on a chair behind this is Melissa. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.